If you think you can't overcome laziness, think again. Laziness is just an illusion. In this video, I will tell you the best way to overcome laziness. Once you understand the Buddha's concept of overcoming laziness, start applying in your life. Then it will take 1 week to overcome laziness. Let me tell you a story. Once there was a farmer. Once he planted his crops, and soon after this, his sparrow built a nest in between the fields. Just after some time, the sparrow laid eggs in the nest, and soon little sparrows came out of those eggs and started to live happily with their mother sparrow. The sparrow used to go daily in the forest to feed her little children. One day when she came back from the forest, she found that her children were very scared. She asked them, "What's wrong, kids? Why do you look so freaked out?" They said, "Mom, the farmer showed up today, and he was talking about harvesting. He said he'd send his sons to cut the crops tomorrow. We're worried sick. We can't even fly yet. Where will we go when the crops are gone?" The mother sparrow listened to her children's concerns and said, "Chill out, guys. No one's coming tomorrow to cut the crops. Trust me on this one." And you know what? The next day it happened exactly as the sparrow said. No one showed up to cut the crops. Days went by, and still, no one came to harvest. Everything was cool, and the baby sparrows were living their best life. But then, another day rolled around, and when the sparrow got back from her food run in the forest, she was shocked to see her kids looking scared again. She asked them what was up, and they spilled the tea. "Mom, the farmer was here again today, talking about harvesting. This time he said he's going to send some workers to cut the crops tomorrow." The sparrow, being the cool mom she was, reassured them, "Don't sweat it, kids. No one's coming tomorrow either. You can bet on it." And guess what? The next day, history repeated itself. No one showed up to cut the crops, just like Mama Sparrow said. This went on for a while, and the baby sparrows started to get used to the false alarms. One day the kids were like, "Mom, the farmer came by again talking about harvesting. But we're not buying it anymore. We know no one's going to show up." The mother sparrow, curious, asked them to spill all the deets. The kids explained, "So get this. The farmer rolled up again, but this time he was all like, 'I've wasted too much time depending on others. Tomorrow, I'm going to come and cut these crops myself. Can you believe it?'" Now this time the mother sparrow's mom's sense started tingling. She got a bit worried and said, "All right, kids, we need to bounce. Like right now. We got to find a new spot for our crib because tomorrow, that farmer's definitely coming to harvest." The kids were confused. They were like, "But Mom, the farmer's been saying this stuff for days now, and nothing ever happens. Why are you so sure he's going to show up this time?" The mother sparrow, channeling her inner wise owl, broke it down for them. Look, the first time the farmer was counting on his sons to do the work. The second time he was relying on some random workers to get it done. When you're always waiting for someone else to do your thing, nothing ever gets done. But this time, it's different. He's decided to step up and do it himself. That's why I'm sure he'll show up tomorrow and start harvesting. By this time, the baby sparrows had learned to fly talk about perfect timing, right? So they all flew the coop and set up their new digs in another spot. Sure enough, the next day the farmer showed up and started harvesting. But our bird squad, they were long gone, living it up in their new home. Now let's take a sec to think about how this applies to our lives. If you look around, you'll notice that people who are always waiting for others to do their work never get anything done. It's like relying on others to do your stuff is just a fancy way of being lazy. But hold up. That doesn't mean you should never ask for help. Asking for help is totally cool and sometimes necessary. The real deal is, if you want to start something or get it done on time, you got to be the one to make it happen. Why? Because when you help yourself, people respect that. They're more likely to lend a hand to someone who's already putting in the effort. It's like saying God helps those who help themselves, except replace God with people, and you get the idea. But here's the thing, it's not cool to be completely dependent on others for your stuff. That's just setting yourself up for disappointment. So if you've got a dream, and let's face it, who doesn't? Don't sit around waiting for someone else to make it happen. Take charge, do it yourself, and watch how things start falling into place. Think about it. All those people you look up to, your favorite musicians, athletes, influencers, whatever, they didn't get where they are by waiting for someone to hand them success on a silver platter. They hustled, They worked hard, they failed, they got back up, and they kept going until they made it happen. Let's break it down with some real-life examples. Say you want to start a YouTube channel. You could wait around for the perfect camera, or for your friends to help you film, or for someone to write your scripts. But guess what? While you're waiting, someone else is out there making videos with their phone camera, learning as they go, and building an audience. Or maybe you want to get fit. You could wait until you can afford a gym membership, or until your schedule clears up, or until you find the perfect workout buddy. But while you're waiting, you could be doing bodyweight exercises in your room, going for runs in your neighborhood, or following free workout videos online. The point is, success doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It comes to those who make things happen, even when the conditions aren't ideal. So what's the takeaway from our sparrow family's adventure? It's simple: be the farmer who finally decided to do the work himself, not the one who kept waiting for others to do it for him. When you take control of your own destiny, that's when the magic happens. Remember, every big achievement starts with a single step. It might seem scary at first, like those baby sparrows facing the idea of leaving their nest. But once you spread your wings and take that leap, you'll be amazed at how far you can fly. So next time you find yourself waiting for the perfect moment, or for someone else to make your dreams come true, channel your inner mother sparrow. Be wise, be proactive, and most importantly, be ready to do the work yourself. Because at the end of the day, your dreams are yours to chase. No one else can make them come true for you. And who knows? Maybe one day you'll be the one inspiring others with your story of success. Just like our sparrow family, sometimes you need to leave your comfort zone to find something even better. So spread those wings, take that leap, and start building your own success story today. The world is waiting to see what you can do.